What's up, YouTube? Kedris here. This is my match preview for Nottingham Forest versus Midtjylland. This is going to be a Europa League tie on Thursday at the City Ground. And we got a lot to talk about. Also, I want to address some things regarding ticket prices. I know a lot of people don't really want to talk about it right now, but I saw a lot of it on X, and I want to get into it. So, let's go. As with all match previews, we have to start with injuries and looking at the list here. John Victor is going to be out. Willy Bali is going to be out. Chris Wood out. Savon has gone knee surgery. He's done for the season. And the big question is around Stefan Ortega. I think I'm going to go with him not playing. I just don't think I would like to see him rush back. And yes, Sells has a groin injury, but I would rather see Gunn or Sells in goal than try to re-injure already injured goalkeepers, to be frank. Looking at the Midtjylland side, you see they're going to be without Francolino, who's their top goal scorer and assist maker. He is a out-and-out striker for them who played against us during the first match earlier in the season. He didn't do much, but he is a danger man for them, and he has proved it this season. Moving on, they're also going to be without Gorgoza, which I don't think it makes much of a difference. He wasn't really a starter, I don't believe. So this is the Midtjylland lineup that I put together. I went through their last couple of matches. I dropped Cho for Bravo. It was really the only kind of like toss-up on the decision-making front that I had to make based on the way they've played and the players they've had available. Cho's just been severely underperforming for them. Outside of that, though, this is pretty much it, I think. A lot of their goals come from inside the box. They don't score many direct free kicks, but they do get a lot of chaos in the box. They do produce a lot of goals. Simsier, on this left side up here, is a really good assister. He's also their top goal scorer with the injury to Franculino. And I think they've scored a lot of goals in the Europa League. They haven't given up many. I think they're going to be defensively sound. They don't score much from outside the box. I think it was like 3 in 99 attempts in the league and like 1 in something in the Europa League. So a lot of their chances come from inside the box. So we need to be able to control that space and effectively deal with any ball that comes in a threatening manner when it comes to corner kicks and whatnot. They're not as much of a heading threat and a set piece threat as you would think. We just decided to let them have all the set piece goals they want when they played us. So I think it's going to be an interesting match. I think it's going to be very defensive, very cagey, very back and forth. Moving on to our team, going with it and thinking about it, I think Vitor Pereira is going to go with a strong lineup. So you can expect to see a 3-4, I want to say 2-1. It's more like a 1-1 type thing. There we go. Oh, that's because I put equals on. I'm a not so good skis. Moving from the back to the front, I think we're going to see either Sells or Gunn. My money would be on Sells. I don't know why people have an aversion. All the managers we have seem to have an aversion to Gunn, but it's there. The bias is clear, so I'm just going to go with Sells. He's just going to play for me. Like I said, I don't think Ortega should play, or I don't think he will play. And in the back line, we're going to go with our 3-back system that we've been utilizing so far. Jair Cunha, for me at least, has looked pretty good when he's played. I was skeptical about it just because of how open we were when we played against Fenerbahce with it. But seeing how defensive he could make it when we played the likes of Manchester City, I feel a little bit better about it. I do still think there are some issues that aren't addressed attacking-wise with this formation. But maybe he switches it to a 3-4-2-1, a more attacking iteration of it for this match alone. I do think, though, that the back line is pretty solid at this point. I don't think there's any question about either of these 3 guys. They are the locked-in, loaded starters for us. Moving in the midfield, I think, like I said, we're going to go full power. So that's going to be Anderson and Sangare. Both of them had excellent performances against Manchester City. I need them to really kind of keep that performance going. There seems to be a common theme this year where we do really good against these bigger clubs and then just drop the ball with everything else. And to me, that's unacceptable. We really, really, really need to tighten that up. And I would like to think we're going to go more offensively in this matchup. So I am actually going to say we're going to a 3-4-2-1. I would like to see us push it and get goals and get early substitutions for a lot of our key players. We have had 8 days off, so you should be pretty rested, but I want to think ahead to the Fulham game at the weekend. Looking at the fullbacks, Nets is not even a non-starter. He's not even in the Europa League squad, although I hear there's rumor that he could be added in based on injuries and whatnot. So that could be something to think about and look forward to. I think he really, really, really needs to be utilized a lot more, especially in the Premier League. We got to get minutes off our players. The concept of load management is an essential part of the NBA, especially, and something that needs to be really taken into consideration in this modern day and age where we are asking our players to play so many games so often, so much more than it used to be. Really something we need to be thinking about. Moving into the top of the midfield, obviously Morgan Gibbs White is going to play. I actually think we're going to see a rendition of Amari Hutchinson playing. I would like to see him get more minutes. I think he deserves more minutes. Dominguez also, I think, is a player that deserves minutes. I expect Dominguez to come on at some point and really shore up this game and take us over the line. But I would like to see us a little bit more attacking. And as good as we were against Manchester City, what we did lack was attacking now. So I want to see us kind of push for the envelope, especially when we have to go away to Midtjylland next week. And we have Tottenham, which is, to me, a really, really, really important game for us in this kind of relegation battle we're in right now. Looking at the strikers, Igor has to be the guy. He's been the guy in the Europa League. He is excellent. I got no qualms with him in the Europa League. Premier League, I do have an issue. I think Taiwo needs to start. But in the Europa League, for me, at least, this is the lineup I want to see. This is the lineup I think he might go with. And it's a little attacking. We can go defensive by bringing on Dominguez later on in the match. You even have Yates if you really feel inclined to see him. You got backup center backs. I don't expect to see them at any point. The wingers need to come in and play defensively. I think Ndoye and Bakwa have experience playing that wing back position. And you have attacking options in Callum Hudson-Odoi. So I think it covers all the bases. That's what I like to see. Let's get ahead early. Let's attack this match at the early stages of the game. Force them to come out of their shell and really hammer home so we have time to make substitutions so we can attack the Fulham game on Sunday. Moving into the other topic I want to talk about, there's been a lot of controversy about the ticket prices. Right now, I think it's going for like £70 for the cost. I decided to do a little digging into it because, as you know, I'm American, so I have to fly 12 hours over to Britain, costing me over $300 in plane fees, and then still buy a ticket and then still buy a hotel room. So for me, it's non-viable thing, but I understand that it is important, especially with the new implementation of this SCR rule for financial fair play next season. The ticket prices, I'm sorry to say, guys, are just going to keep going up, especially with this new rule system coming in. And it sucks. I know as an American, honestly, to me, £70, which translates to about a little under $100 in American dollars, is actually cheap for a ticket. When I go to my local games, not MLS, nobody really goes to the MLS, but my local like American football matches, I pay at least $200 per ticket, which obviously, if you translate that dollars to pounds, is £148 per ticket, and I go twice a week because I have college football and then the NFL. So to me, at least, the ticket price, it doesn't seem insane, but I wanted to understand it from our home perspective, from the people who actually show up for the matches, because the only way I can contribute is through buying jerseys and merchandise. I can't contribute in a way towards the tickets. It sucks. I wish I could go, but it's just not feasible cost for me with the plane ticket, the hotel, and then also having to pay for the stadium ticket. So I wanted to look into it a little bit. What was the average ticket price for the last 5 seasons? I posted this on X. It's on my channel. It's a public feed you can go and look at. So the data says that the ticket price value is 55 to 67 Aston Villa. So typically that general Premier League match average is 74 to 76. Grok, what is the average ticket price for Nottingham Forest? Average official value for the ticket. Grounds of 50 to 18. It's typically 50 to 85 range, so 60 to 70. Grok or Nottingham Forest ticket prices for this match above the usual for the Premier League clubs in the UEFA Europa League? No. Nottingham Forest face value prices 50-85 for adults, 60 to 7 on average for Midtjylland, aren't above usual Premier League clubs. Compared to Aston Villa, home leg for Lille, which is 55 to 67 across the zones, fairly similar range. League size typically set eliminated knockouts category A levels for on-club demands, no central average. So, like I said, I don't know much about the pricing overall, but I can only do my research, and based on that, based on SCR that's going to be implemented next season, and based on the average ticket price, which seems we are ranked 12th in the Premier League, capped at £70, which is about, like I said, $100 for me. Listen, guys, I'm not going to tell you to go buy tickets. I'm not going to tell you to go not buy tickets. That's not something that I think is appropriate for me to say. I'm just providing the information based on the research I've done. I've seen a lot of misinformation, and I thought I would just put it out there for everybody to read. If you want to pause the video, go back and look at what was out there, or if you want to go to my X and look at the post, it is a public post. The NCR rules I talked about in my previous, the SCR rules I talked about in my previous video, and this is where I've seen, this is Google AI for match tickets. That could be wrong, that could be incorrect, but I think it sounds right. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Are the prices really that bad? Does this kind of give you some context? Was it helpful? I don't know. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. As for the result of the match, for Midtjylland versus Nottingham Forest on Thursday, I think we win, but I don't think it's going to be as dominating or as big of a gap as we had with Fenerbahce. So I'm going to go 2-1 Nottingham Forest on Thursday against Midtjylland. I hope we can get the job done early. I hope we can rotate. My expectation is we'd be at 2-0 about the 60-minute mark, and then we kind of rotate out most of our key players, and then we concede a goal pretty late. That's my thoughts and opinions on the matter. Hey, guys, like I said, let me know what you think. And at the end of the day, come on, you Reds!